Hi, I'm Meriah Kruse from Life Force Marketing. I'm a marketing coach, mostly for holistic practitioners and creative visionaries. Using an easy-to-learn, soulful, step-by-step process, I help my clients build larger, more successful businesses by learning to tell their story, um, learning to promote themselves painlessly, and acting from a place of confidence and a positive belief set. Today, what I want to talk about is something called confidence. That's important to me. It's important to every person with a dream or an aspiration, whether they're in business or not. I've lived in the rarefied air of very high self-confidence, hosting and producing award-winning, beautiful, complex regional arts and dance festivals that thousands of people attended. And I've also hung out on the other end of the spectrum in that place where I was just depressed and really didn't even have the courage to call somebody up and ask them to come over for a cup of coffee. I've pulled myself out of the deep hole of negative self-talk and basically reinvented myself more times than one. And so I have experienced the whole range of confidence and the impact of negative self-talk and positive self-talk, how it changes things. For that and other reasons, I've been a student of personal growth for a very long time, and I've had the good fortune of working with some of what I think of as the best teachers in the world. So I have transformed myself step by step over time, and that's why I know how to do it. Let's talk about you for a minute. Here's one thing I know. When you were a baby, you had all the confidence that you needed. You probably didn't have really any negative attitudes about yourself yet. Because confidence is your birthright. That's why. Have you ever watched a baby who's trying to learn to stand up for the first time? They try and they fall. They try again and they fail. And they keep trying, but they never seem to doubt that they'll be able to do it. They have this seemingly well of self-confidence that they're going to be able to stand up, so they continue trying until they do it. So they're confident really innately, abundantly, that they can stand up, and that's how come they manage to do it. So confidence appears to be something that we start with, and then over time, it either grows or it diminishes depending on our life experiences. But I'm wondering something about you. How would you describe your confidence level at this point in your life, at this juncture? I'll bet you have a lot of self-confidence. I bet there are many areas in your life where you just like, I've got this. But there may also be other areas that you haven't quite gotten around to yet, where you don't feel completely prepared with confidence to do whatever you want. You may feel like there's some areas where negative thinking is slowing you down or even stopping you in your tracks. I want to ask you a question. Would you have the courage today to take on something as complex and challenging as learning to stand up for the first time? I've worked with hundreds of people in the last few years who've had some kind of goal in mind. It's either usually a business goal or a personal goal. And kind of to my surprise, little by little, I realized that what most people were really challenged by was not so much a lack of skill or knowledge or experience. It almost always came down to a lack of self-confidence and the kind of nagging self-doubts that tend to linger around in our subconscious minds. I call them undermining negative self-beliefs. And so that's why I created an online course about confidence. It's called Radical Confidence for Holistic and Creative Visionaries. And of course, that's you. The promise of the course is twofold. One is that if you take the course, you'll discover a source of confidence, a powerful source of confidence that basically is already inside of you, just waiting to be reignited, reactivated. And the second promise is that you'll begin to shatter layers of self-doubt that are currently nagging or influencing you. Let me clarify something important. I wouldn't expect that you would be taking my course because you're deficient or broken or like a loser in some way. No, not at all. I think the reason to take a course in confidence is to optimize your potential. It's to be able to squeeze every little drop of goodness out of this human life that we've all been given. So this course is not like a little ebook that you might find online. 10 steps to look or feel or pretend to be confident at your next job interview or something like that. No, it's really much more extensive than that. It is the distillation of the very best strategies and practices that I've learned and applied to myself over the years, put in a step-by-step program so that you can begin to see different big changes in your confidence level, and for it to be simple for you. And of course, it's very important to note, so they won't take you so long as it has taken me. What if you could grow more courage? What if you were just had more sense of inner authority, that kind of sense of agency that we associate, we call it self-confidence? Would it make a difference to you? Would it be worth your time and your effort to work on it if you could see a difference? If you did increase your self-confidence, and if self-doubt was replaced with this expectation of success, what else would change for you? Here's a few of the things that I've noticed in myself and in people I've worked with. Less daily anxiety and more lightheartedness. Less time focusing on the same old problems. Being able to say yes to something that you've wanted to do for a long time, but so far have lacked the courage to do so. More ability to make progress towards something you care about, and a quicker advancement towards your goals. Having more fun, being more fun to be around, having more to share, more to give. Is that something that you would welcome? If so, please take a look at everything on this course page. I worked pretty hard to try to include all the information that I thought might help you to make a decision about whether enrolling in my class would be a good thing for you. Before I stop, let me just say very briefly about the course itself, how it's organized. There are 4 modules, and each module has from 3 to 5 different lessons in it. Let's see, they consist of videos like this, where I'm talking directly to you about something. Also, slideshows, which is where the majority of the teaching is. Also, daily practices and exercises that you do on worksheets. To learn more and to enroll, which I hope you will consider doing, just scroll down our course page, either right above this video or below this video, and look around and see what everything says. And then if you're so inclined, go ahead and enroll in our course. All you have to do is click on the little button. It's a blue button. It says Add to Cart. It also says Enroll here. I can say with certainty that if you choose to invest in your capacity, increasing your capacity in this way, it will change your future. I would welcome you in my course. And so thanks for tuning in and for sticking around, and hope that I see you again later. Bye for now.